Hello, my friends. Good to be with you. Thank you for joining us. Hello, Susanna.
Hi, Abram.
So today we will be discussing living life to its fullest, which can be a fun thing. So right now I will hand it back over to Susanna. Thank you.
Thank you, Abram. I was inspired to ask Abram to do this topic today because of what I spoke about in part 2 of self-healing, was where I was compared to a young teenager and the value of her life as opposed to mine, and that it was put to me in so many terms that what I took away from it was that her life was more valuable than mine because she had her whole life ahead of hers, of her. Well, I differ with that because I have my whole life ahead of me. It doesn't matter how old I am. I still have possibilities and potential, unlimited possibilities and potential ahead of me. So in that respect, I don't believe that there is a difference on whether someone is young or old. People, society may think that someone my age and Tom's age, where we could check out at any time. Anybody can check out at any time. It doesn't matter. So we tend to measure a person's life, potential, possibilities, because we see time in a linear way as everything that is available to us in the future. Everyone has everything available to them in their future. So death is just, I wrote it down. We all die. We all know that. We don't know when, consciously. Sometimes people do, and they have premonitions. Not everyone's life has the same length, and everyone's life comes to an end. No life is guaranteed to be a long one, and it all depends on one's life design, which is what we believe in, that we design our lives, our birth, our life, and our death, and before we were born. But everything is changeable because things change all the time. So every death, in my opinion, every death is a completion of the design a soul has created. And that life has been fulfilled. What do you think about that?
I think you had just said it all in the best way possible, with no room for me to add anything.
I don't believe that.
But I will add a bit.
Thank you.
So imagine a baby being born and immediately dies a physical death. Well, that poor baby never had a chance to live its life, his life, her life. And boy, that baby missed out on a lot. No, the baby had experienced what he or she was to experience based on his or her design. Yes, like Susanna said. 93 years old. Well, not much time left for that guy, for that girl. Getting up there in age, getting old, can check out at any time. The croaker is on his way, and all the rest. 93 years old, until you die, until the moment of your death, you have an entire life ahead of you. An entire life ahead of you. A 10-year-old child might die at 10 years old. Never had a chance to live life to the fullest. Yes, he did. She did. Because he did experience and she did experience their life's purpose. And when that was completed, then they had affected their death. Very simple. Thank you.
I'd like to add, too, because I did get some pushback about this concept, and comparing a 10-year-old's life to, a 90-year-old's life. A 10-year-old does not have the concept, the abstract concept of growing up, being married, having children, having a career, multiple careers, traveling, talents yet undiscovered. All of that is...
Let me interrupt you.
Thank you.
Thank you. But they do. Children play with their toys. They believe in their toys. And they believe in the mother, the father, and children, in their toys, in their toy collection. They believe in having a job because they are playing with their toys. Everything is based on their toys. You people, everything is based on judgment. Thank you.
Very good point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Continue. You were on a roll.
I'm
Continue.
trying. I lost my place. We adults, because of their judgments and because of their projection onto a young child, that their life has not been fulfilled because of all the things that we have experienced as adults, they're just projecting that onto the child. The child is good with what they're doing. They have their goals, playing with their toys and pretending they have a job or pretending that they're being married, or they look forward to maybe going on a Disney cruise or, whatever. It's all encompassed in what the child is experiencing. They're not, if a young child dies, they're not missing out really on adult responsibilities. They are being themselves. They're being whole within their beingness, right?
Yes.
Okay, anything you want to add?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
So you had mentioned you had received a bit of pushback.
Yes.
Of course you realize, and all of you, of course you realize that no matter what you say, think, or do, you will always have pushback from someone. Let that someone push back at you. It lets them feel good about themselves, because really, if they have to push back at something or someone about something, they lack feeling good about themselves. So help them to feel good about themselves by letting them push back, and understand that they are just doing their best, just like you. Thank you.
Okay, so I think how we value life, at least how I value my life, is based on the richness, the fulfillment that I feel with it, the joy, the completeness of my beingness, and my personal successes. And that's how I value my life. And I value someone else's life. Want to add to that?
Thank you. What does value mean? It means taking into account the achievements and the rewards that you have made and that you have received because of your achievements. You create something, you are rewarded all the time, in all ways, for what you have created, what you will create, what you are going to create, what you are creating. You are always rewarded. Reward comes in the form of self-acknowledgement, self-realization. When you acknowledge yourself, you get that reward. Boy, I feel good about myself. I did something pretty darn good today. I feel good about it. I feel good about me. I am a human dynamo. Always look at yourself that way. When you are doing something, not trying to do something, but when you are doing something, go ahead and do it. No matter what it takes, just do it. no matter how it turns out, it is going to turn out to be the absolute best way for your highest good. Now, it might seem that, well, I am trying this and it is miserable, turning out to be just a slap in my face. I don't know what I am doing at all. What is the point? The point is, take the same idea, rework it a different way, and have it become a success, an achievement, and then you will reward yourself by feeling good about yourself because you have created something good all over again. Stop judging yourself. Stop judging everything. Be like the tiny, tiny baby that is just born. Because that baby is nothing more than creative power. They know no limitation. You know this by now. So, for you, know no limitation. Practice that. Thank you.
I don't have any more questions or anything.
So what does the word fulfilled really mean? You have your own definition of the word fulfilled. You can look it up in a dictionary. My definition is having been in and being in and continuing to be in the experience of my reality, which simply means knowing who I am, what I am, why I am, and why I am here or there or everywhere to create. Because life is all about creating. It's not about judging. But people force judgment into their life because they find it a bit difficult to create, to be creative. They don't know what to create. What should I create today? I feel tired. I think I will eat a sandwich, take a nap, watch a bit of my television, and just be a vegetable on my sofa. You are creating that. Look at that in a good way. You don't have to be jumping up, doing things, running around, driving your automobile, doing this, building buildings and all the rest to be creative. If you feel like being a vegetable on your couch, on your sofa, be that, but be that to a high degree. Play it up big time. Play it up. I am the biggest vegetable I have ever imagined in my life, and my sofa just could be my universe for right now, because I just don't feel like doing anything else. But when you feel that way, you are focusing on what you're doing. So yes, you are focusing. You're always doing something. Even when you are doing nothing, you are doing something. So keep that in mind. And if you want to be in a fulfilled life, then just be in the experience of your reality, which means stop judging, let all things be, and just be. And do not think, well, just be what? Don't think that. Just be. And to just be means being temporarily without emotion. Well, how can I be without emotion? Just set them aside for a few moments in time. You do it all throughout your day and do not even realize you are doing it. How am I doing it all throughout? When you focus on something that you are doing, you are setting aside all of your emotions because of your focus of attention. So focus on having a few different definitions of the word fulfilled, and use each new different definition to allow yourself to be creative in a brand new way, even if it is being a vegetable on your sofa. Be creative about it. Enjoy it. There are so many things about life to enjoy. And remember, no matter how old you are, you still have your entire life ahead of you. I do not care if you are 112 years old. Until the moment you die, you have your entire life ahead of you. And yes, people will always push back at you. Let them. Let them feel good about themselves, because they need to feel good about themselves, so they push back at, well, I know everything. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, thank you for that. I will take a look at that. And in the meantime, thank you for telling me that you know everything. Have a nice day and smile at them and walk away. Susanna, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
All of you. I've enjoyed being with you. Short, sweet, and to the point. I love all of you. Love yourselves. Stop fighting with yourself. Stop judging. And just be in the experience of your reality. Just be. Thank you. We will see you again.